What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Rob's Gaming Table. Today on the table we have a special video for you. We are unboxing Too Many Bones Undertow. But as you can see on the screen, we have Undertow, another Too Many Bones expansion, 40 Days in Daylore, and I have an ally pack. So I just want to take this time to shout out to all our Patreon backers, everyone that's been supporting the channel on PayPal donations. Well, we ran a fundraiser on the channel, trying something new, trying to see if we can get some more content on the channel for Too Many Bones, to see if any of you guys were excited to see more of it. We knew we were getting messages saying, where's Undertow? Why don't you have Undertow? You're playing all this Too Many Bones. Where's Undertow? Where's 40 Days in Daylore? And where's these other Gearlocks? Anyways, I tried an experiment, ran a fundraiser on the channel. I ripped it off from some Twitch streamers I've seen that raise money for their next board game. So we tried it on the channel. Well, I thought it would take a couple months before we got this, but it only took a couple weeks. Hey, Future Rob here. I was just editing the video and I realized there were some names missing that I read out and thanked. So I just want to thank everyone, and I didn't want to miss anyone. I guess I cut and paste and kind of missed some of the list. But I just want to thank everyone who donated to our fundraiser to help get us Undertow and 40 Days of Daylore on the channel. And that is thanks to Brian, Florian, Gary, Elaine, Stefan, Shannon, Quistis, Konstantinos, Heinrich, James, David, Jay, Charles, George, and Anthony. Sorry if I said any of those names wrong, but thank you so much for your support and help getting us some additional content on the channel. And thanks for everything you guys do. Thanks for just watching and being here. We appreciate it a ton. So thank you, and back to the video. From a retailer here in Canada, to get free shipping on the order, I ordered the Ally Pack and 40 Days in Daylore. So we're just going to be unboxing Undertow in this video, but I just wanted to say thank you to everyone for supporting the channel. And here it is. We got the stuff, so stay tuned. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell because we will be playing a ton of Undertow. We will be playing Too Many Bones with 40 Days in Daylore mixed in. So stay tuned. Tons more Too Many Bones content coming on the channel. One of my favorite games, and a lot of the fans of the channel like it too, obviously. So yeah, we'll keep it rolling. All right, so let's just throw 40 Days of Daylore and the Ally Pack off to the side. We'll unbox those two in a separate video, so stay tuned to the channel. That should come up shortly after, maybe the next day after this Undertow video comes up. All right, so we got Undertow. I've been excited to get Undertow. I couldn't wait for it. Actually, Undertow was my wife and my first experience to Too Many Bones, demoing it at Gen Con 2019. Before that, we had no idea what Too Many Bones was. Now we've played hundreds of hours of it, most of it filmed on the channel for you guys to watch. If you haven't already seen, we have tons of playthroughs of Too Many Bones core set. And now that I have Undertow, what I want to do is play Undertow exclusively with what's in this box, solo. Check for solo streams coming up on the channel. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss those. Also, I'll be trying both Gearlock solo, and then I'll be playing co-op with my wife, and eventually we'll do the campaigns in here. Maybe 2-player, 3-player. We'll get Justin back on the channel. He was part of our Age of Tyranny playthrough and is in some of our 3-player Too Many Bones playthroughs on the channel. So I'm super excited to get some more variety into Too Many Bones, but for a bit, I'm going to just focus on Undertow. And I've been asked the question, comparing Cloudspire to Too Many Bones, which would you get to play solo, which would you get to play co-op, and that kind of thing. Well, I'm going to play Undertow just exclusively, kind of with the anticipating those same kind of questions, comparing Undertow to Too Many Bones, because I know this is a standalone expansion. It is an entry point to the series, so you could get this. It was designed as a cheaper entry point to the series at 85 US dollars, I believe, is the retail. In Canada, it was like 100 and something. But Too Many Bones is 125 US, so it's like a $40 difference there that you can save by getting this, but you're only getting 2 Gearlocks, you're getting less Tyrants, you're getting less loot, I believe, less encounters maybe. There's some cuts made, we'll find out as we get into it, but I'm curious to just play this for a little bit on the channel, try it solo, try all the components in here, try the encounters, try the campaign, all that, and get a really good feeling for Undertow. And then I might do a video comparing this to the core set. Which one should you start with? Which one has a better value out of it? Because like $40, cutting that off the cost and cutting the content, we'll see if it's worth your $40 to just go core set. But in the end, I'll probably want to have both. So I'm here. I have the core set. I wanted more. Here I am. Now I have Undertow. Probably would flip the other way. Let's get into Undertow and find out what's inside. All right, so I got the shrink wrap off, prevent some of that glare, but also so we can get into the box. But I did want to take a look before we open it, just at the side of the box. There's some cool art in the back. Chip Theory is known for putting cool art all over everything, and they're all about making that unboxing experience and the presentation of their games very high quality, very unique. But we've got some text on the back here. When the 7 tyrants have been defeated, You think the Gearlock Council would be satisfied, but it seems there's a dark current running beneath Daylor. Duster, previously accused of being a tyrant, must work with her new companion Stanza to head down the Cibron River in search of help, answers, and the means to expose the defeated council. And defeat the council, sorry. Welcome to Undertow, the standalone expansion to the award-winning Too Many Bones, featuring 2 brand new Gearlocks, all new encounters, tyrants, baddies, and the same brain-bending cooperative challenges and clever dice mechanics as the original. Undertow is the ideal entry point to the world of Daylor, as well as a massive expansion for owners of the original game. You'll need every bit of your wits and a bit of luck to survive this journey. Don't get pulled under. So yeah, my wife and I experienced this at Gen Con 2019. We played about 45 minutes. We played through a half a battle, demoing it with my wife and I, and then some other people walked up and wanted a demo too. So we said, reset it, let's start again. So I got to play Duster from this set just for basically a full battle and a half a battle, basically. And my wife played Stanza for the same amount of time. We literally stood there for like 45 minutes. We were really trying to decide whether this was right for the channel, but my wife fell in love like right away. I want to see a little bit more. So we demoed it with 2 other people playing like Patches and I don't remember, Boomer maybe or something. Mello remembers, but yeah, we demoed it. She fell in love with it. And that's when we we went back, talked to Chip Theory Games, and they gave us a review copy. But we didn't get Undertow at the time. They recommended we wanted to do a campaign on the channel, so they recommended we start with Age of Tyranny and Too Many Bones core set, so we got that. But we never grabbed Undertow at the time. But thanks to you for support. Here's Undertow. And so I've played a little bit, so it's kind of cool. Here we are, back around a few months later, and we have Undertow. All right, so the box contents. The box contents is 3 character and battle mats, 94 skill, stat, and battle dice. 94 dice, that explains the weight. This thing's pretty heavy for a little box. 74 encounter and campaign cards, 46 Trove Loot Tyrant encounter cards, 72 Baddie and Gearlock chips, 65 health chips, 3 reference sheets, 3 dice storage trays, 2 chip storage trays, sorry, 2 PVC card boxes, and 1 rule book. I love the way they come with those card boxes. Those are my favorite. I play lots of like living card games, collectible card games, that kind of stuff, and I like the holding my decks in boxes, and this comes with that. And usually I buy those deck boxes to store all my board games cards in, and when I repack them back into the box. So it's cool that it comes with that already. It saves me from having to do all that on the side and organize it my own way. They give you all the stuff you need. All right, so let's get into this thing here. And we're gonna get the box lid off here. So it says 1 to 2 Gearlocks, or 1 to 4 with add-ons. Just notice that, ages 12 plus, 60 to 90 minutes. Okay, so let's just throw the box. Oh yeah, always got to look at the art inside. So this is the South from Oberon, or Obendar, sorry, Oberon. Obendar. So you're going south in this, I believe. So you're going down the river. North would be the other art from the Too Many Bones core set, which we'll see on the battle mat, I guess, when we do some live streaming and some playthroughs of this game. We got our Chip Theory products catalog. Oh, and for those curious, I know someone will ask in the comments, this is first edition. So this is not 2.0 or second edition. I believe that's with the reprint after the Splice and Dice Kickstarter, I believe. Which I missed the Splice and Dice. We're a little late to Too Many Bones. Some of this stuff, as you see on the channel, this game has been out for about a year, I think, now at this point. So we're a little late to the party, but hey, it's never too late for Too Many Bones. If you want to see how this plays, if you're unsure, stick around on the channel. We'll be doing playthroughs of this also if you're unsure. Don't go based on an unboxing, whether you want to get it or not. This is just me exploring it for you guys and watch me gush over how awesome this is. So this is just like a little catalog advertising other Chip Theory Games products. Too Many Bones, that seems cool. Maybe I should get that. Just kidding. Premium chips, premium stuff, all goodies, expansions for your Gearlocks. We got Trip Lock, another game by Chip Theory. Some add-ons for that. Pretty metallic dice. Hoplomachus. Some different Hoplomachus products, which I don't know, we may feature that sometime in the future on the channel. We'll see. We'll see. Having some discussion about it lately in the chat to take a look at it. So here is the rule book sticking there on the top. Okay. Rule book version 1.0. And always with Chip Theory. They're pretty awesome for it. The reference sheets in here, the rule books, the FAQ, all that stuff. chiptheorygames.com/support. They will have the latest versions of the rule books there. So if you get this game, Yes, look at your rule book. It should be pretty good, but there sometimes are corrections, typos, additional stuff added to the rule books, to the reference sheets to clarify things or to clean things up. And go check that out on the website just to make sure you're up to date on everything. So they're pretty good at keeping that stuff up to date. It's like kind of like a living document. So let's just take a quick browse through the rule book here. I've actually pre-read the rule book a couple times, once like a few weeks ago and once today. Skipping over some sections that I kind of know what goes on because I've played just a little bit of Too Many Bones already. So, but yeah, nice, colorful rule book, clear text, nice icons, thick quality paper. Pretty much the only paper you'll find in the box. Everything else is plastic, PVC, all thick plastic too. But yeah, they're known for all high quality components, not paper cards. They're plastic cards, which is cool. You don't need to sleeve your Too Many Bones stuff. So yeah, there's some discussion about. So the creature types in here is kind of interesting as we're going through it. To cut back on cost, to make this more of an affordable, approachable entry point to Too Many Bones, you only have Scales, Goblins, and Beasts coming back from the first Too Many Bones set. And then you got Krellin and Mechs, which are like a 3-point little baddie type add-on with their own unique mechanics. But it's cool. No orcs, no trolls, and no bog type baddies are in this set. So, but these Krellin and Mechs have their whole own way of working, so that does add some complication. So for being an entry point, the jury's still out until I played a bunch, but I'm wondering if the complexity in this one, with the Krellin and the Mechs and their movement types and having the additional points on the left and right side of the battle mats, and even how Duster and Nightshade and Stanza and her music dice and all that work, if that's not more complicated than a lot of the 4 Gearlocks that are in the core set, maybe makes this not such a recommendation for new players to start with as much as you would think it should be. But I could be completely wrong. I've not played it, so let me make a final judgment on that. But just after kind of glancing through them and reading through the rules and stuff, I expected like a little more of an entry level type of game, but it is Too Many Bones. It's a little more complex. It's a heavier game, that's for sure. So it's expected, and it's cool that they changed things up because this did come out after the core set. So you'd expect people who want to buy this standalone expansion, they want something new, they want something fresh. So it's got to be different than the core set, right? So that's the other thing. There's all your Mech and Krellin. Krellin, I think is how you say it. I keep saying Krellin, but I think it's Krellin. And yeah, Tyrants, we know all about those. The battle mat, kind of cool. The battle mat's initiative meter is on the top. Oh, and there's obstacles. Was a thing there. Obstacle chips, that was something cool. That's not in the original set. We'll look at those, but they go on the battle mat based on the encounter, and some of them have HP, some don't, which means they can be destroyed if they have HP. Otherwise, they're just kind of in your way, which I love the idea of obstacles. That's in a lot of tactical games we play. That's a cool little added feature. And what else we got here? I know all about Trove, Loot, and Lockpicking. Oops, spoiler page, don't read that. I did not read that yet. It's saying only to read that. I think it says only read that when you're supposed to. Do not read this page until instructed to do so by an encounter in the game. That's kind of cool. That was not in the core set. Oh, another thing that's new. Loot die here. Loot die. So there's like this little loot die that enemies can drop, and you get to roll it and collect loot or heal or shovel the Ebonite doorway into the encounter deck. That is a super cool addition. I wish that was kind of in the core set. That would have been more fun. But it works with some of the baddie skills. I believe they drop the treasure kind of idea. Or some encounters might put it on the mat. But yeah, then there's your sample battle. And there's a nice art of Gasket, who I hope to get soon. I do not have him in my collection yet. Nice index. I love the index. There's your map. So the full map there. Yeah. So there's your map there. You got Obendar, Holloway Forest, Ciberon River, Deadlock Bay, Elder Point, The Break, and Totem Call. So those are some places your Tyrants will be at as you go along. And yeah, there's your back. Nobulus Grint. Okay, so that's the rulebook. Enough of that. I'm sure you guys didn't want to see me go through that for like 10 minutes, but that's what happens here. I go too long on my unboxings. Unboxings aren't something I really care to do too often, but people do like them. They request them. People watch them, so I'll do them. And I love unboxing games myself, so I figured I'd record it. So if you like to hear Rob ramble, here you go. But I don't do the most succinct unboxings for sure. I try not to rush through it too bad. All right, so here is some cards. And I love the way everything is kind of packaged here. Very tight. They used like the space to get a smaller box, jam as much as they could in here. It is like so heavy for the size of it. Like it's the size of like their expansion boxes. Like it's exact same height and width as like a 40 Days in Daylore or like a Gearlock, but it's just like 50% thicker, but they've like packed it full. So we get some epilogue cards. So I know those are from campaigns based on Age of Tyranny. That's they use these in the campaign. And we got some Trove loot spilling over here. I haven't looked at all the Trove loot or the loot for this game. I want to kind of be surprised as we go along. So I'm not going to be flipping over any of the Trove loot or loot. I want to experience that as I play. But there is some epilogue cards. So as you play, you could get like their Tyrant die or cool rewards for beating the tyrants. Oh, these are nice. They feel like thinner. They feel thinner. These are cool. Easier to shuffle that way for sure. Oh, where is it going? I missed stuff. All right. So some more loot and encounters. There we go. Plastic off to the side. So you get a whole whack of loot. What have we got here in the middle? Campaign rewards. Oh, I see. Those are campaign cards for the... They just look different than the campaign cards in Age of Tyranny. And I know it does work different. And just from reading the rules, it doesn't seem as cool as Age of Tyranny. There's no boons and scars and all that stuff. A little disappointed there. And it only is like a 3 tyrant campaign. I didn't realize the middle tyrant's like a random 1 out of 3. And it's always the same first and last tyrant. Little disappointed there. I was hoping for a really long campaign, but maybe we'll just do a couple on the channel, like one with 2-player and then one with 3-player. It'll just be a little shorter than our Age of Tyranny playthrough, but we'll definitely go back to Age of Tyranny now that we have 40 Days of Daylore. Yeah, there's a cool cool finish on the cards. It's like you see, it's like a plastic coating, and on the back it feels like smoother, kind of like paper, but it's plastic. But everything's nice and clear on these. I'm not complaining. But yeah, let's put our loot off here. So we got these camp. It's kind of weird how these are in here like all flipped around. I'll have to check after, make sure I have everything and everything's cut correctly, and not just start playing with it like I did last time, not realizing. We got Barnacle. Yeah, they're all just like, this is all out of order and out of place. I wouldn't expect it to all be in here like that. So it makes me a little weary. I got to double check that I have everything in here, but I won't go through all of them. But yeah, just show you, there's all the cards we read off the back of the box. Undertow encounter cover card. Well, that's super important. We got to cover up our encounters. We don't want to be spoiled. Some cool art on that. That's nice. Oh, our day counter card, which you'll never ever see used on our channel since we got the mat. Just so plain and boring, but at least they give you something to work with it. And you can buy the mat to upgrade to count your days and your progress. I don't like the way there's some Trove loot face up for me there. Spoilers. Whoa. Oh, we got some solo encounters hidden in here. Some more loot. Like, this is crazy how random it's all just put together. Like, I assume it's a machine that did that, because that doesn't seem like somebody would have done that. They got different art on the Trove loot for the chests. Like, I don't think they reused art. Like, those all look different to me. And that's super cool. Little touches, man. Little touches. Some companies would just reuse art assets over and over in expansions to save money, obviously. But, yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate things looking a little different. All right, so into some special encounters. So I know there's only day 1 and 2 in this set also. Another little cost-cutting measure, I guess, to put less cards in. You only have day 1 and 2 before heading out on your adventure. Some of these cards are all stuck together here, but that's fine. It's just the finish on them probably when they got put together wasn't completely dried yet, but not a problem. So yeah, we see some day 1 and 2, some general encounters, whole whack of general encounters, a bunch of solos, some specials. Oh, more holy specials. It's like up to special 12. Special 8's a day 2. Oh, okay. So yeah, it's 1 to 8 are like 1 to 4 is day 1 encounters. 4 to 8 is day 2 encounters. And then I guess there's some special cards that get added in separately, like 13, a mountain out of a Molnor hill, goading the wrong way. Oh, that's a day one encounter, I get it. Yeah, looking forward to playing through these encounters on the channel. Can't wait. Can't wait. So we're just throwing all of our junk to the side here. All right, so we got some cool foam. Throw that out of the way. All right, so let's grab some dice here. So I like the way they got more chip trays. So I like these. These are nice ones from Cloudspire and Too Many Bones. The base set, nice thick plastic. You can totally set up and tear down this game pretty quick because of this. All your dice are nice. You just throw them in this tray and they kind of all like lay themselves out nicely usually. Just kind of like push them over. But I do like the way you can use the lids also to hold dice. So if you're playing multiplayer and you just need a place, you know, to store some extra dice off to the side, or you're filming and you need some on the left and some on the right, like we do on the channel, I like using these lids as extra way to hold stuff. But now I have so many of these things that I can use them from both Too Many Bones and Undertow. All right, so it looks like some Tyrant dice here. These are cool dice. Everything's custom. Everything is custom. You got your round marker. You got some effect die, which we know from base Too Many Bones. There's your D6. It's different. It's different. It's not the orange and white. It's not the orange and white. It's black and blue. That's cool. That's cool. They put a different color die. But yeah, and you got your baddie lane dice. And yeah, we'll figure out what all these do, your Tyrant dice, as we're playing through Undertow, which should be soon on the channel. I'm trying to play some solo in the afternoon soon. And we got the Gearlock dice for stanza, however you say it, tomato, and Duster. And Duster's what I'm looking forward to. I got the taste of Duster at Gen Con 2019 in the demo, and getting Nightshade on the board, oh, felt so good. And she's melee ranged, which I like through Nugget kind of idea. So there's some stuff you can throw around like dagger and whatnot. I always like that flexibility. But yeah, we'll not go into exactly what all these do, obviously. I've been reading their sheets. I kind of know what they do. But we'll dive more deep into them. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell. I know I say it a lot, but so you do not miss. I will be playing through, my wife and I, with both of these Gearlocks, trying them out in depth, and then mixing them in with Too Many Bones. So you'll get a good idea of how they work by staying tuned to the channel, because we will have more videos coming up. Just check there's playlists at Rob's Gaming Table. I'll make a playlist for Undertow, and there's Too Many Bones playlist too for the core set. So here we go, some attack and defense dice, which look like a different shade of yellow on the defense dice. Not that that's a bad thing. I don't have any available right now, but so I'll put away. But and there's your initiative dice. I love the colors they put together in this set. Looks kind of cool. The pink and the like baby blue or turquoise together look neat. They're colors that go well together, obviously. Okay, your lock picking dice there. Love the lock picking mini game. I'm assuming that's another. Is that the Tyrant die? Oh, what? Maybe that is. I don't know. I don't know what all the dice are yet, but I think that's a Tyrant die. Maybe a mech die or something. We'll find out. There's your loot. Oh, 2 loot die. Ooh, very nice. Very nice. So yeah, we can get some Trove loot off this guy. Some health. A consumable die. Regular loot. Some health. Oh, can't wait. That's super cool. Just like a nice little change. Like, didn't have to do it, but the fact that they did, super cool. All right, now on to the chips. It's chip theory after all. So they're all in shrink in here. There we go. There we go. So nice quality chips. Nice stickers on them or whatever it is. They're very like glossy, but they feel very good. Good quality stickers. Not like they're gonna peel off. None that I've ever seen have done so. Got some Kreln. So there are 3-point baddies. The Kreln, they're new. And we'll deal with those in our playthroughs and figure out how they work. Kind of know how they work. Kind of understand it already. What's cool, like the light blue around the outside. It looks different than the regular game. Yeah, I don't think they're... Like my memory's playing with me, but I don't think it's all blue around the outside. But they seem like that's what they're doing in Too Many Bones Undertow here. I'm going to have to learn all the new skills. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, cool little art on there. You got your health, your movement. This is a crown, and then it's attack. Yeah, lots of baddies. Got our lane markers. So some more baddies. Your 5 points. So we won't go through all the baddies. We'll see lots of those in our playthroughs, I'm sure. But I just want to check out these, this like obstacles. And yeah, obstacles and wreckage. You can see there. I don't know if it's going to glare off too much. They're so shiny. I got to worry about where my lights are when I'm filming and stuff. But it's your wreckage and your obstacles. I'm assuming obstacles are only used in land because you need the wreckage when you're on the raft, which we'll get to in a second, the difference of the battle mat. So there's your Duster and Nightshade. And her innate side. Then you got Nightshade, sorry. With his health and attack values. He's a beast type. That's awesome. Can't wait to play with Duster. There's your day counter, which is a slightly different color, I'm pretty sure. The other one was like more gold in there, I think. This is like more gray. But that's cool. And we don't need to see the lane marker. So we won't go through this, and it's just more baddies. Oh, and tyrants. There's Nobulus. See they're peeking out on the end, but we'll leave that one. We'll explore lots about their chips as we play them, I'm sure. And we'll learn what each one does. And learn all the new skills. So here's just some regular 4.5 gram health chips. The cheap ones, the ones that, you know, are kind of slippery and light and fall over all the time. But it gets the job done. And they kind of jam these in loose here. So we have kind of a scratched up. Yeah, I don't know if it just got jammed in here, so it's all a little scratched, but that's okay. Yeah, they weren't in the shrink. But we have Stanza and her innate side. You can see that. Get the light off of it. But yeah, she's screaming. I like that art. That's cool. That is cool. All right, more chip trays. More chip trays. I like these ones too, regular than the ones you'll find, or like compared to the ones you'll find on Amazon and elsewhere. They're really deep, so the chips like you can slide around. They don't really fall over and fall out, like some chip trays I've had before. Okay, so we got some PVC reference sheets. Let me get into this. Yeah, nice PVC reference sheets, love it. So on there's all your stuff you need. Is your Gearlock adventuring reference guide. Tells you how the flow of around works, what you can do in the recovery phase, how to use training points, some of the symbols on encounter cards, how lockpicking works for trove loot, and I guess encounters sometimes get locked up. There's all your baddie skills and encounter terms, and some of these are different than the core set of Too Many Bones, which is super cool. Gonna have to learn a few more of those. Something else is new that I noticed. There's this defense 2 icon that's on some baddies. When this unit enters the battle mat, place defense dice totaling number of defense on this unit. Use fewest dice possible. So every time it enters the battle mat, it gets that. But then they're gone and they don't get them back, I don't believe. So you just gotta like kind of knock them away the first time. And your battle sequence, baddie turn sequence, just some good quick reference stuff. Keep handy while you play, of course. I'll be referring to this lots while we play as I learn all these new baddie skills that I do not know all of them yet. Then we got Stanza and Duster's reference sheets that go all into every side of their dice. All the abilities on each side of the dice. So each Gearlock is asynchronous. They work completely different than every other Gearlock. They have their own thing you got to learn, their own deep rabbit hole to go down. Once you figure out what all of it does, how to use it towards your tactics and strategy in the game is a big deal of the game. So like it's like having a faction in some other games where you got to learn that faction. Every faction plays different. Your Gearlocks are like your faction. So you have like one Gearlock. You can really learn that Gearlock. But yeah, then on the other side, we have their backup plans. some details telling you all about how some weird things work with the Gearlock that are unique. It'll usually tell you on the other side, see rulebook for details for this one, but sometimes it says see back. Oh, sheet, maybe on this one's a better, yeah, see back for details. So you'll see that on there, and then flip it over, and then you'll get the extra info here. And then it'll give you some effect reference for the effect die for ones that this Gearlock will use, so you have some reminder there. They're innate, which is an ability they get right away, and then they're innate +1, which you can upgrade later. Some little text, a little story text about your Gearlock, and some beginner strategy recommendations. I like that they do that. So if you haven't played a Gearlock for a while, you're brand new, you read that to kind of remind you of what you should be focusing on to help make sure you don't fail completely quickly. But yeah, there's your reference sheets, 2 of them in the game. Love that they're plastic, very durable, very nice. And on to our neoprene little play mats for our Gearlocks, your Gearlock mat. And sorry about the noise there. So here's stanza. So here's your professions. They're up here to remind you what they are. And we'll learn how to play her, but your dice go in these little spots on the mat. They're your skill dice you buy. And then your stat dice, you buy this with training points, and then you can upgrade your stats. So you add a little dice in here to give you extra stats. Kind of cool way to track everything. Nice tactile feel to the game. I love it. And then you got your active and lock slots. That's where you'll put certain dice that you lock up there, and you get to use later. And then your backup plan, that's where you put your dice that you roll bones on. You put them in your backup plan, and then you can spend them later to do cool little abilities like Tune Up, Add Distortion, and Lutar Smash. And I know she starts with her Lutar as her main innate die there, and then she can play like songs and stuff. But you'll see Mel, my wife on the channel, she'll definitely be starting out with stanza, I'm pretty sure first, unless I get to her playing solo during my live streams. I might try her out very soon. And then we have Duster, who's I'm really looking forward to. Like I said, this is really why I wanted this set, is just for Duster. I like the idea of having Nightshade, and she can start on any point on the battle mat, and has some ranged ability to her, and some like ways to hide and that kind of thing. I think that's super cool. But yeah, super cool looking mat. Love the colors. The art, so cool, so cool. And the difference, oh, what's this? Uh-oh. Oh, I don't know if I should be showing what's on the bottom here. But there is a little, there's like a little loot taped to the bottom underneath. Yeah, let me just see. Yeah, not sure why that is taped in the bottom, just a single loot card. I don't know what the inside joke is there or whatever, but I'll figure that out. But a weird spot to put it. Tape it into the bottom like that, but some more art in the bottom of the box. That's cool. And let's get our battle mat out here. All right, so we got a 2-sided battle mat. We are going to be fighting on a raft on water, which is super cool. This is how I first experienced the game and was like kind of blown away. You're on a raft, things are swinging and swaying in some encounters, I guess. Krelln, little fish monsters are kind of coming out the side, little baddies. They're biting at the raft. If they can't bite you, you can knock them out somehow onto the raft. They flip and flop, move back into the water kind of thing. You can fall into the water and you have to use dex to get out. Broken raft sections cost you extra dex to move on. But yeah, just like the difference of like Gearlocks are starting in the middle, I think. Or is it? No, baddies are in the middle. No, baddies are on the outside. Gearlocks are in the middle. It's the colored slots of the baddies. I need to look at the regular map, but I'm pretty sure, I'm just so used to baddies being on the top from the regular mat and then Gearlocks being on the bottom. But now I'm totally thrown off because some of them have melee and ranged in them, and others rotate. So it's like the baddie range position, I think, is up here, but the lane for melee position is down here. Yeah, that's cool. That's like totally throwing me off. I love it. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is what I'm used to. So baddie lane 1, ranged and melee, 2, 4, and 3, range at the top, melee on the bottom row. Then outside here you have mech starting position. So mechs are those little other 3-point baddies. They have some different rules about them. You can't like poison them or put any like negative effects on them, which is kind of neat because they're not human or Gearlocks or living beings or whatever, which is kind of cool. But yeah, this is more what I'm used to. where you got your Gearlocks are starting range down here, melee here. But yeah, that is super neat. So yes, so it's definitely the gray are the Gearlocks. So they start anywhere. So you can put melee or ranged anywhere in here. So the Gearlocks kind of start surrounded on all sides by baddies, which is super neat. And yeah, initiative meter at the top this time. It's going to take some getting used to. But yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I'm excited for the changes, the variations, the little differences. They're going to feel fresh, I'm sure. And I'm excited to play against some of these new tyrants with different mixes of baddie types and yeah, the different loot. But I think that is it. That is in the set. That is Undertow. That's me unboxing it. Hopefully that was as exciting for you as it was for me. But yes, I just cannot wait to play this. So really, I just kind of want to get this unboxing over with so I can get this on the channel, streamed, playthroughed, campaigned out. 2-player, 1-player, 3-player, 4-player. We're going to try different Gearlocks added in, mixed in with the different tyrants and baddies and stuff. I'm so excited for the additional content, and I'm so thankful to those who donated to the fundraiser to help us purchase this for the channel and help support us, help support our local game store here to buy it from them, and obviously help support Chip Theory Games by purchasing the game. Yeah, so more to come on this, Too Many Bones. And like I said, if you want to not miss our future videos, future playthroughs, and more Too Many Bones content, subscribe. Lots of playlists and content and playthroughs of Too Many Bones on the channel already. So go check that stuff out if you're interested in anything Too Many Bones, and we'll have more to come. And also have the unboxing of 40 Days Day alert coming up. But anyways, thanks a lot to our Patreon backers. And if you have any comments, questions, or anything, leave it in the comments below. And you can say, you know, I expect some comments that say, finally, you know, get some Undertow on the channel. But yeah, here it is. So thanks a lot, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.